2/3. Okay? We hate the fraction. We hate the fraction. Not scared of it. What are we going to do? Get rid of it. How do we get rid of the fraction? Common denominator. If we look at all of them, and actually some of you might want to do this so you don't make small mistakes. If we know we're going to deal with a fraction, we're going to get rid of the fraction, make every one of them a fraction first. Make sense? Okay. Common denominator is what? 3. If common denominator is 3, I can multiply everything by 3. Times this by 3. Times by 3 and times by 3. What happens to this problem? They cancel out. What are you left with? 2x. Fraction's gone, right? Multiply -1 times 3, which gives you equals plus. No fractions left. Now we can do it from here easily. What do we do? What's the first step when you do? Yes, you're right. Variables first. So which side are we going to work on?
Subtract 2 from 3.
Let's go that way. Minus 2x. -3 is equal to x plus 21. Now?
Subtract 21 from -2.
That cancels out. You get -24 is equal to x. So x equals -24. Easy enough? So, not scared of the fraction now, are we? We see it. We know how to get rid of it. Boom. It's gone. Okay? All right. Distributive. Means I'm going to distribute it, right? I have a bag of candy. If I say I'm going to distribute it, I'm not going to come over here and say, there you go, Nick. You get it all. What's distributive mean? It goes to everyone, right? So distributive property, your example for distributive property. We already know, if I have an A and I times it by B plus C, what's it give me? AB plus AC. You're going to use the distributive property a lot. Okay? Do we feel okay with distributive property? Okay, I'm done with notes. So now all I need you guys to do is really pay attention. Okay, this is where you're going to really learn some new things. What does the distributive property mean? Why do we use this a lot? You're going to learn how to use this a lot. We know our times tables, correct? Majority of us. If not, they're right there. Okay. We know times tables all the way up to what? We know our 10s up to 10. Do we know our 11s? 99, 88, 77, so on. Yes, we do. Okay. Do we know our 12s? Shaky. Now, what? Well, 12 times 12. Yes. Okay. Now, if this is where I'm getting at. If you don't know your 12s, you really do. You really do. You think you don't because it's something that's tough. Do you know your 10s? Do you know your 2s? Then you know your 12s. Okay? If you know your 10s, you know your 2s, you know your 12s. 8 times 12, you don't have memorized. No problem. But do you have 8 times 10 memorized? Do you have 8 times 2 memorized? 12 is the same thing as 10 plus 2, correct? Does this make sense?
Yes.
What's 8 times 10? What's 8 times 2? Well, then what's 80 plus 16? 8 times 12 is 96. Does that make sense? All right, well, today's lesson was mainly to help kids know that math is not as hard as they have to make it. A lot of kids, in the beginning of the year, I asked the kids how many people know math is really not your thing. Over half the class raised their hand, saying that math is tough for them. And what I'm just trying to show them is math doesn't have to be tough. There are short ways to do things, ways to make things easier, to where they can feel successful in math. So that way they at least get the confidence in it. They think of there's a problem that they automatically need. They see a problem, they want to put it into your calculators right off the bat because they're scared of the problem. It's okay. I tell the kids it's okay to not like fractions. It's okay to not like big numbers. All I try to do is make it so they're not scared of them. They learn how to do it, and they say, yes, I might not like them, but I'm not scared of them. I can do it. And then the more and more they do it, they realize, okay, they're not that bad, and then they find out that they're easy. And so it doesn't make it really scary for them anymore. it's kind of nice when you get kids like a senior boy coming in after class and saying, hey, I get it now. It's pretty easy. I understand it. Or a freshman kid coming in and saying from the get-go, saying, hey, I struggle just to get a C. I can't do well in tests. And then all of a sudden they're saying, I understand it. It's really nice to know I'm caught up and I can do it. And so that's the main thing, is just let the kids know they have confidence in themselves and to know I can do the problems. I can be successful.